And Mzee, I want to also let you know that the directive that you wrote in 2018, it was this one of Mzee. Who can go against the directive of the head of state? You did say that I be paid my areas, Mzee. And I'm aware that some people here have been briefing Mama that have been paid. I cannot make a fictitious claim. You did a directive, Mzee. The comptroller is aware about that. I shared my bank statement. And I want those who claim that I have been paid to come and say it here. I'm annoyed. Those people are failing you. So Mzee, I thank you so much. Even as I'm saying this, I'm saying with a bitter heart. But what gives me the confidence, Mzee, is that it's you. I've now met you today and Mama. I know that my questions are going to be handled today. Lastly, Mzee, I've been with a team around me. I have a foundation. Board chair is your son, Anthony Kuka.
Angu chairman nyanyule Anthony Kuka.
I would have been the first graduate.
Lugoni ale katakumite happy.
I would have been the first graduate. This is the lowest place in the country. And we are requesting for scholarships for this community. Even the few that have attained certificates and diplomas and degrees, we are requesting for placements, Your Excellency. And your neighbors from the State House, you promised them cows.
And they had so
we look forward to your positive consideration. So Mzee,
Baba,
we want to thank you for the roads. There is still one road that has denied me from going home. It has refused me from going to the parents. Right from Kapkiming, Kapchesombe, 40 up to up here. That is an exit route for the training center. And it acts as a road for training in the higher altitude. We use it, say it clearly, we use it for training. I thank you. I say all this for God and my country. Long live Mzee, long live Mama. Long live NRM. Thank you.
Your Excellency and Mama and Her Excellency the Vice President.
Vice President.
Can we clap for Joshua Cheptegei, the representative of Grassroots? Your Excellency, a week ago, our dear Minister of Education and Sports, Mama, the First Lady, appeared before the Manifesto Committee to present the implementation of the manifesto in line with our ministry. Your Excellency, Mama scored 90% before 1.5 years. It's finished. Why am I bringing this, Your Excellency, before us here? We have a lot of trust in our minister. Number two, we are here today This is one of the manifesto commitments.
Akitinyi ko ngolyondet nye kikurtenyi.
Mama, thank you so much
Kitabon
for
mama
fulfilling
nyanyo.
the presidential manifesto and the pledges.
Kitabon amye kinyit yanak ako ngalek alak che makargei.
Mzee, sorry to bother you again. This is on the happy note. As your warriors, you flocked us to go to Paris.
Ka kuyu bi ko jebare ro shogi kala ki yok te chiba Paris.
You gave us a blessing with Mama.
Ko ne ke sa somuto ko mama.
And I can report to you that we brought the prestigious medals.
Ka goto yo ja to kolla kije sutu ko mama.
We always go for gold.
Chibe chaje gold wade.
If gold fails, you always appear in number 2.
Kale ka de ko tin gold le je pa nya bo enyo.
So Mzee, the medals are here.
De mi so medals to kuiti joyu.
But Mzee, while I've been seeing around, normally when we go for Olympics, there's something that you always give us, Mzee. You always give us a right, but I'm not seeing it, Mzee. But we believe that maybe somewhere hiding somewhere. This is the medal,
Asante.
Can we clap for King Joshua Cheptegei, the greatest athlete of all time in Uganda?
Joshua Cheptegei.
Mzee, allow me before I invite the next discussant, the next colleague, to recognize the following athletes in their order. Mzee, you guided that in Uganda we must prioritize three competitions. The country participated in all African games in Ghana, and I want to report as follows. The ladies got a bronze medal, while the men, we call that team the Hippos, got a silver medal in all African games.
Bronze.
Your Excellency and Mama, all this come with a lot of commitments on our side. Like Joshua has just said here, Your Excellency, I want to confirm that the State House Controller has paid. She has paid the arrears ever from the time she took over as a controller to date. That I confirm she has paid that arrears to these players who are here.
The State House Controller,
challenge we have is the time before she took over office. Your Excellency and Mama, and I want to request Mama, the proposal is simple. It's for us as a ministry to budget for this money so that we pay them through our system directly to this athlete. I'm hearing one or two mamos behind that they have not paid, but I want to confirm that the controller, because she has forwarded to me the write-up, which I have, I can confirm she's within Captura. She has tried to do her best as far as paying their arrears are concerned. But what my brother Joshua is demanding, and not only Joshua and others, is the money which, before this controller took over the office, which is worth 450 million. But also, Mzee and Mama, the National Council of Sports budgets money to appreciate. For instance, the gold medal Joshua has presented here, Mama and Mzee, the National Council of Sports paid Joshua 100 million shillings. And he's here, I can confirm more deny. A silver medal, Perus is here. She was paid 50 million shillings. These are all tokens of appreciation. We plan as a ministry for purpose of appreciating the efforts of our children who perform well. On top of that, all of them who participated in the competition during the Olympic Games, including the coaches, They were paid money. Dr. Gwel, how much was it?
Kala
Equivalent
to
of 10
kol
million
jok
shillings
jok
minus
ja.
the allowances as entitlement, Mama and Museveni. So as far as our commitment to supporting our athletes are concerned, we are extremely trying our best to make sure that as they make our country shine, we also do our part. I have been reliably informed that for the average of 30 million shillings was paid to all the Olympians who participated in all Olympic Games in Paris 2024. I want to ask my gallant athletes, friends, the journey has been a long one. Let's clap for the Almighty God and actually the President and the First Lady for making us reach where we are. The problems are many, but we are trying. With that, can I now invite the ALNP, who is the Minister of Water and Environment, to come and address us here? I thank you.
Your Excellency the President,
Uganda,
and the First Lady, Your Excellency the Vice President of the Republic of Uganda,
Vice President,
Honorable Peter Ogwang, Minister of State for Sports,
Minister
Members of Parliament, RDCs, LC5 Chairpersons, Baba Bishop, other local leaders, our gallant athletes, the people of Greater Koti, ladies and gentlemen, I want to start by thanking Cheptegei for giving a very brilliant speech. By the way, he has always been interested in my seat. I don't know whether he's still interested. But the other time he got scared. But this time I might give you the seat. Your Excellency, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you and Mama to the commissioning of Teryet High Altitude Training Center. I also wish to welcome Her Excellency the Vice President. Normally, all the people like us, we like giving some bit of history. Allow me, Your Excellency, to give you a brief history of the development of camp training in Sebei. I remember when I was the head teacher at Sebei College from 1990 to 2009. I had realized that the many talented youth in the sub-region needed to be housed in a camp for proper training. I decided to set camp at the school, and we offered scholarships to talented secondary school going students to study at the school. We fed them, and every morning and every evening they would go training. One of the students who benefited from these scholarships was Kiprotich Stephen, and he owes his medals to me. Talented athletes who had not gone to school or had completed school
Cheki bondo kagate bonde nye mayek ki ko wan angala kimna ko wan
were
sukulu.
also offered camp at the school
Cheki kwani ngi chek cheri bone sukulu ulo
and are
kijine.
given free food.
Angi cheyweni amike babach.
This is how we produced athletes like Kipsiro.
Yo ta ay ki chenyorune le ko kiba mayek yumba kipsiro.
After my retirement in 2009,
Egi wa munge ishet amelfu na goyenya kwa mwenda.
my disbanded the camp
Kala chito ya nyegi gara kinyegi kara kinyegi kara dopto nyegi jine dishe.
and I think he never valued athletics.
Muna ko shilat ngal jebo sumanet nan ngal jebo mayek.
The good news is that soon after,
Logo yo keta bone ji.
people like
Kule
Cheptegei and Kipsiro
kule Joshua Jeptegei ago kipsiro.
started their own camps
Kije kije kambi na kwa kwe jeng
and started helping upcoming athletes.
kije chago ka lele ko kyomi te kunere amunga le ka po mayek.
I will not hide the fact that we did not receive any help from the Athletics Federation.
Mamu jago tawin kala mana je nyoro ka ko loiso to kul ku jone le mi de luget nyang ginero so kam Uganda.
They were reaping where they never sowed.
Kale gimi ku nyor toy tu ku lo gi mna ui. Gimi ku kise tu ku kala ke gi mna ko ui.
Therefore, Your Excellency,
Ku nyat nyewo nye ba yemede.
some of us who understand athletics very well
Aja jo chebonda ka ngate te amngale ka barero so
are
tabon.
greatly overjoyed at the establishment of this
Ku
facility.
ngara kyotin am ishet nye kichi amato bi jemi da bandanye.
This is gold in our midst.
Gold ya nye bi nyam kwenu nyo.
And I would like to sincerely thank your government, Your Excellency, for setting it here.
Kabaraga ste ka smeti ngongora men ko baye kai wendi ato bitinyi jemide.
This facility will not only boost athletics in the sub-region,
I tinyi le bre makoto ro rero shokpa de amu kama
And,
sanya basabinya.
but in the country as a whole.
Dene masokoto ro ramye meda ap Uganda kumugul.
What we request
Kita yanyi je so mabadele.
is for government to immediately embark on phase 2 of the project.
Kala ku chachaga smeti tekset nyaba tapta nyaba enyi.
We also need facilities such as good hotels
Chema je ato deli na kita
and
boni.
good restaurants.
Ako ulo chomishe pigap kore.
Cheptegei has told you that people like Kipjoke,
Kamong jepta gaila bigo je yu kipchoge.
people like Kipyegon Faith
Wakipiagon faith.
are coming to visit this
Jemi
area.
te ku kwani atobi.
These are people who are used to staying in 5-star hotels.
Ang bigo aju jebo atobu dokke we. Ekatabo kupunda sa nya barwanda.
Because government cannot do this,
Kubaye me muja ga smeti
we
kwingaleju.
would like to interest investors
Kabaraja somnya bigo je muja je
within and
kwi.
without
Je kwane kama soge ke magargei.
to come and invest in this place.
Jagu tek soya tapon gamsa atobi.
Because I'm very sure
Amnya ya tapon daga ngate detle.
that this place is going to be a big tourist area.
Kala ko kwek atoptanye jeru to chini koram.
And all world-class athletes are likely to
Angu
come
le
here.
bigo je bare ro shokki ba ko re to kul kumukul je masago kwayo.
Your Excellency, I would like to thank you for the good road, the
Kabarachi
beautiful
gasting
road.
amaret nye lil gamsa.
This road has boosted agriculture,
Arane gunye gigo toron ngale kap kabadishede.
and as I'm sure as you were coming along, you saw how green the area is.
Angege joni le ke kasulo yundo. Nyalilindo nye bo kama sidinyi.
Gardens are full of onions,
Baro chokla
cabbages,
mida mutunguru na kabuji nagi.
and tomatoes,
Mnyanyi nagi. Mimba briasi nagi.
Irish potatoes,
Briasi nagi.
etc.
Ak ngale ke magargei.
Unfortunately, again, in front of Your Excellency,
Sawo ngatiaba dele.
this road has also caused us problems.
Arani ala gusutu chai windo.
Because these people are really interested in agriculture,
Majat biju kapsa kubaye bonde biju makatet no swamet ngale kakabadishede.
they are stealing our drinking water for
Ya
irrigation.
bujorchini ga e baibu na chebo bego ndo chore bego je baibu na gi go bisemboro shokwa.
Honorable Gwang has complained here,
Kata go ngungunya marione to gwang bandenye.
but I think, Your Excellency, we need to sit down with you and a plan how to give these people irrigation.
Kala ka so diale majaji bur to kwai sanget kula je nyoru be pe ko je chang
So that they don't vandalize our pipes.
sanget mande ku matal bai bu na ke ba be ko ba se baro shok kwa.
With those few words,
Am ngale ja tu sije
it is now my honor and privilege
ka so diale ora yen dia ga yo ishet nyewo
to invite
adaraj
Her Excellency the First Lady
first lady da je shet nyewo
to address us.
ku ngalal leji
Thank you very much.
kay tabon garamen.
Thank you, Honorable Minister.
Kay tabon minister.
Your Excellency, the President of the Republic of Uganda.
Yewo nyeba yemeda ap Uganda.
Your Excellency, the Vice President.
President nyomungi.
Honorable Minister for Water and Environment.
Minister nyobego okulo mutweji.
Honorable Peter Ogwang.
Mariondet Peter Ogwang.
Honorable Members of Parliament who will be present here.
Che bagatap kirwoget chemi datobi.
The Bishop and all other religious leaders gathered
Kasindet
here.
okay che baganisa chemi dayu.
Local government leaders present here.
Kando tokke magargai chemi dayu.
Officials from other government ministries, departments and agencies.
Che kone lugo shokke magargai amkamasa nyebagasmeti.
Our gallant athletes,
Egogo kebo arero shogi.
distinguished guests,
Che bo kaywayan.
ladies and gentlemen.
Poigo kebiosok.
Good afternoon to you all,
Agos bayak petut nyagaram besione.
and I welcome you all to this great facility
Kago torojak otobinenyi.
as we commission phase 1 of
Chemita jeote kareriandet nyebatatcha.
the National High Altitude Training Center.
Nyebago netishet nyebalego kebarero shok nyebatopta nyewo.
We must begin by thanking God,
Parajeja ke kagastaedet kulomito nyedede.
who has made it possible for us to complete this phase.
Nyegu kuyat kutilyangala kotokoi kokaje bundoji itiyo.
The Bible says,
Mwe kitabunak kyotilileji.
unless the Lord builds a house,
Kotokoi bate yokate chihindet koto.
the builders labor in vain.
Piko chomi de kuteksile iye amrwaro. Dobre kinye masakwi.
Therefore, our being here today
Kunye ami de nyoy bi washone.
is testament to God's faithfulness to us
Kunye mujurwandit nye batabon nye tapindet amule jemide.
as we embark on this work, which
Jemide.
promises to be a game changer in our pursuit of sports excellence in our country.
Jemide cheishoni senget kotoror ngalega barero shogi. Kunye masukut tuwaiwekatet omyemetap Uganda.
A journey that has led us here today started a few years ago.
Poni nakyega kwerwe cheki bi washone kije kenyishek tukusiche kugetya.
Following the heroic exploits of our sons, Moses Kipsiro
Kuruptoy kay ako kabolishet nye kitapon nye kibalego kyo kuyu Moses Kipsiro.
and Stephen Kiprotich,
Stephen Kiprotich.
as they raised our flag on the global stage.
Kuwa kuywendi bendare nyo kuwa tarat karaman amabut amgore tokol kumugul.
Cognizant of the blessing of the abundant talent in Sebei region,
Chekarasto chini kakata yok chebore roshok akmaye kamye mamgamasanye bo sabinya.
the Ministry of Education and Sports commenced consultations with the Kipchora district local government
Luget nye namagayo kore roshoki ako kamastanye bo kapcharwa kicheki kwandin wanake.
to establish a modern sports facility for our athletes.
Lasunget kutekwech atopta nye bare roshok nye bo legokyo.
In 2012, while honoring Mr. Stephen Kiprotich,
Kanyit nye bo elfu na kaeny ako kumanabri chi yweni ka yweishet mariondet Stephen Kipsoro Kiprotich.
following victory at London Summer Olympics where he won a gold medal,
Group toy kay ako bolishet nye kiba gold London.
a president pledged to construct the National High Altitude Training Center Teryet.
Kukur tabondet le masache tech atobdinyi chemita bashoni.
And today,
Ango
we are here
bashoni
because the president has delivered on his promise
chemita ibiu amnye koko nyit nyewo nyeba yemoni kurtoe denyi.
to support the athletes and our vision of provision of quality sports for all.
Kula sunget chitoror ngalega barero shogi ago churtae det nyeba rero shokke tabonji nyeba bigo tokul.
Therefore, in a special way, I want to thank the president
Amaret yan nyechuyat le kabaraga aste nyewo nyeba yemeda ap Uganda
for his invaluable support not only for this project and other sports infrastructure,
amga tirishet nyewo swamen nyegikon preba da miu de na amarero shokke magarga yemeda ap Uganda
that are being constructed,
cheki chetech atobutok cheku chetech.
but also the direct support he has continued to extend to our athletes.
Ako ko titirishet nye konu ako swamet nye wonye iwendi ni lego keba mwek chejo.
You are all aware that our athletes be employed, that his wisdom, the president guided, that our athletes be employed in the forces, so most, if not all, are employed by the Uganda Police or UPDF and the Uganda Prison Services.
Amga sote yuandet nyeki kon nyewo nyebo yemeda ap Uganda ukula lego tokol jorwe ndo jabonda kagoto yuandet nye mwek kije kiro ke kunyori shondoki amlugo shok chebo prisons police ako kap koya anguch lego chiyo tokol yema tokol chechang kije kinyori shondok kwa.
This project has been a timely intervention to provide a home for our athletes to train right here in Teryet.
Teksoni kunye ko choparo indenye tabon kula sunger nyor le ko kyoka netishet nye tabon amwek amgama sitinyi ba Teryet.
You may recall that on 4th September 2024,
Masoko so kle amarawet nye bo amani maget abel funagain agabrimnya.
we received the sad news of the death of Sergeant Rebecca Cheptegei.
Jenyoru logoywek chemiotik kapsa chekibo meta Rebecca Cheptegei.
That happened in Kenya.
Chekitagune kamasta nyebo Kenya.
Like many of our athletes, the late Rebecca used to train with colleagues across the border.
Kuyuyat legokyo alak chemagargei chemita yu le kwenyo Rebecca Cheptegei kunye kinetege mwe kamasta nyebo Kenya.
Therefore, I am very grateful to God that we now have our own home for our athletes.
Anga gosto yati indet kapsa kle gaje nyoru yata dobinyo nyemagone tege legokyo yekamabeti kamasta nyebo sang.
Undertaking the development of sports infrastructure is capital intensive in nature.
Chekarasto chi tekset ap dobutok chebarero shoki koishet nyeroge chi anguwo angu mitagasmedi kutasatai.
And I recall that on 7th June 2024, as we contracted MS Suma for the development of Hoima City Stadium, I talked about the issue of operation, management and maintenance of these facilities.
Posheshok musamva maraweta po mugaga amuga nyinyi amuga mastanyebo Hoima kya sot kapsa kyangolole ngalek kebarit setup dobutok che yujituju.
Our robust plan to invest in sports infrastructure is to not only develop and professionalize our abundant talent in different disciplines, but to also generate revenue for government that these facilities are capable of if well managed.
Chete tuju che karga idiyule preba ta kule ko tirir ngale ga mek dene ku kon babesa na ku yende ga smedi yoga tabagot ku kwek atobutok che ga jerip amaret nye tabon.
Therefore, I tasked my colleague Honorable Peter Ogwang, the Minister of State for Sports, to develop a concept on management of all the sports facilities to ensure that the government reaps from its investment, and I want to reiterate this position.
Kalayati kya yende yati shit marionde to Ogwang kula kujo agobelu tet ndo kartasit nye ga gon datwede nye ga che garas to jirip set nye tabon atobuto chitu chitokol sanget kle yweni kasmeti besaniki kukwek atobuto kyemuche kotitir kasmeti amgon neta besanik.
I know that the new sports law vests the responsibility of management of the public sports infrastructure under the National Council of Sports.
Angat kule ngalek chechang chebo ripsetab atobuto kewichiju akondarastidi kinye yweni kamugayek luget nyebo arerosiok amuyemetab Uganda.
And I wish to guide that as we adhere to the provisions of the law, we need sound management guidelines that will facilitate the council to execute its mandate. This is the first phase of the project. And I believe that once the facility is officially handed over to the National Council of Sports, planning for the second and third phases of the project will be prioritized.
National Council of Sports Uganda
we must now correct what we have seen so far that needs a little more work put into it, so that we can be confident when we have foreign visitors coming to train here that we are sending them to a place we are confident about. I thank the stakeholders who have supported us to make this a reality. The Uganda Wildlife Authority, the Kapchorwa District Local Government, Ministry of Works and Transport, the UPDF, the different sports federations, associations, the Ministry of Finance, and our athletes, among others. Indeed, together we all achieve more. In a special way, I want to recognize the resilience of athletes from Sebei, who have consistently performed very well and raised the Uganda flag in high various championships. Even when the appropriate facilities were inadequate. This facility is not just a physical structure, but a beacon of hope and aspirations for athletes across our nation. It is our own version of theater of dreams and our shared responsibility to ensure that we produce more Cheptegei's and more Kiprotichs to raise our flag globally. Ako kangatetet ako katitiretet nyewo kala singet chenyoru kirwot ketnye ketebokot ko kalya jindeti chenyoru legok chechang chekerwa yumba Cheptegei. I thank all of you who has given your own time to be here today. Kostoi biik kotokol chekakon boroinwa kumite yu boisioni. And as I close, I want to invite the Vice President to come and say something and then invite the President. Amite ata kare kabara somyati President nyomen ngumwa kitage kala sanget kotoroch President. Thank you and God bless you. Kai tabon anga kata kishe koromen.
Your Excellency, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, President of the Republic of Uganda, and Mama, the First Lady, and the Minister of Education and Sports,
nyewo nyebo yemetab Uganda ako mama chesien nyebo tatya ako minister nyebo simanet akorerosyo kam Uganda.
Colleagues, ministers and members of parliament.
Minister niki ako member nekab katyap kirwoget.
Lord Bishop and all religious leaders.
Kesigi okando tukalak tukul chebo kanisa.
All the athletes present in your distinguished capacities.
Legok chebo rerosyok chebo tobutok chemakargei.
And the coaches.
Ako kanetutik.
And all the leaders and invited guests here in your different capacities.
Kando to kaiwen biko chebo kaiwen je kaji toro chama tobutok chemakargei. Kako saboi samgu sabin.
Your Excellency, I'm going to make only one point and then I invite you to speak.
Kalabara konu ba de ngollo agenge anga toro chi ngalal.
As Mama has already said,
Yuloka mwacha mama.
Our athletes used to go very far to look for training facilities.
Legokyo kiche kibeti le lo kula singet wo kunayat ndo kunyoru lege ne tegei ngalekab maege.
And Your Excellency, it is a reason you conceived the idea of establishing Teryet National High Altitude Training Center here, and indeed planned for it and also secured for resources to establish the facility which we have commissioned today.
We kutiet nyoto nyekikonu ngasote yuandet nyetabon kala singet na ibabesan kotokoitech adopta nyeyun tinyi nye chemite cheyotitoi sanget konetege legokyo boisioni.
Your Excellency, this facility is going to attract and accommodate more of our athletes from across the country. It is also going to ensure that there is sustainability in the professionalism of sports, different disciplines, and also because of accessibility now within the country, it is going to enable our athletes to have sufficient skills and prepare them well when they go for matches, national and international ones. And it is also going to give our athletes sufficient time to train, but also save their money, which they used to use to travel far to look for training facilities.
Adobiatle kunye masaku kwek adoptanga nyeruje lego kyorwe je kwane kama sogi ke magargai maku kwek adoptage nge nye masako galla kurip dogotuch lego dogotuch pesan je ku kwishe lego kyo yo ku beti kama sogi ke magargai kula kuna yoti atobuto ke kachine tegei.
And for this, Your Excellency, I would like to thank you for making the life of the athletes comfortable and easy as they pursue their discipline in sports.
Amuyoto kabaraga stingoromen nyewonye bayemetab Uganda kubaye ki kuskushi lego kyabare roshogi ngalekab mayek.
Thank His Excellency the President.
Abashiki gaste nyewonye bayemet.
I am reliably informed, Your Excellency,
that
this facility is the best in sub-Saharan Africa.
Kale korom amu sub-Saharan Africa kumugul.
And in that vein, I would like to congratulate you, Your Excellency, and Mama to make that big milestone.
Baraji gasting goromen amu ko dirishet nyoki gona jokswamedi kala singet kone kie korom goromen amlembeda of Africa kumugul.
Lastly, let's thank Mama for her focused commitment in expeditiously implementing all government programs in the Ministry of Education and Sports.
Chigastaya temba job yaset kapsa nyeki ko nyit isionu tokol lo jemma je kuro ko lo jemak tay ko beta a ministry nyebo sumanet ogarero shogam Uganda.
Your Excellency, the implementation of UPE and USE is also mirrored here in Teryet, because Mama has ensured that there is a primary school which is very, very well built at the stone thrown there, and also a secondary school, so that if there is a young athlete of primary going age or secondary going age, he can come or she can come to be training here in Teryet High Altitude Training Center, but also benefiting from the facilities of UPE and USE.
Kadororet nyeba sumaneti nyeba UPE ago USE kunyeje kasea gonyek angu lat che tabonit kila jebonde at nyeba primary da skulu nyeba primary nyimide yogo secondary da yogo tabo kumile kwa nye muje kumachele anet kay mwek kulegiti ulo jone da ulo sumane sanget kujone ba
But
taiti.
most importantly, Your Excellency, the same facilities have enhanced the performance of education here at primary and secondary level for the community here of Teryet.
Atabutinyi la kunye kugo Teryet sumanet nyeba primary go secondary ami kama
So
sta
let
nyeba
us
Teryet.
thank Mama for that vision of having UPE and USE also mirrored here.
Chikastayat Mama.
Let's thank Mama with a big hand clap.
Chikastaya Mama amnye kogo toror ngalega sumanet nyega chega siat karge jioi am ngalega sumanet amibio.
Your Excellency and Mama, it is now my singular honor and privilege to invite you, Your Excellency, to speak to us, as I ask also permission to move ahead of you in order to prepare teams ahead to welcome
Kasomiat
you
nyewo
in the area of the meeting.
kala singet la kuone
Thank you
tai
very much for your kind attention.
angu ka ko torot nyewo kala ko ngolol wakwek.
Thank you, Her Excellency the Vice President,
Kay tabon president nyomunengi
the ministers,
minister na kemida yu
the members of parliament,
piko cheba katyap kirwoge
all the other leaders,
kando to kalak tukul
the religious leaders,
bajeba kanisa
the sports officials,
piko cheyong gini arero shoki
and the sports people.
ako piko cheba arero shok ndongmek.
The National Resistance Movement
Luket nyeba NRM
does things in an organic manner.
ye ngalek amaret nye chuyat koromen.
We don't just bump into things, do this one, do that one. No.
Majirwe jini ngalbadala chinyi riya
Because that one will not succeed.
kala amnye jotale memuja got kusutastaedet.
Yesterday we were in Kwen
Amutun le kujemide kwen
and I had gone to visit a PDM beneficiary,
wa rudo chijidage nganye kinyoru ne besan PDM
an old lady of 84 years old.
yesheda ganye kibondo kanyishok tamanogik sisita kangmani do jinana manya
She's called Gogo something.
jegure la gogo
Now that Gogo
kala gogo inale
would help you to understand things better if you talk to her.
kimuja got ko kaling nyoru kongate dap tuguk che magarge ke ngololi tabon
So if you have not talked to her, go get some time and go and talk.
emana ngololi ala nyoru boroindo wa ngololi jesian nyo
She would help you.
makokalyak
That Gogo
jesiana ndo gogo inale
was a young woman.
jesiana le kilek kwanye kibabai kala je she's called the Rovanized Kisa, Your Excellency.
The captured names are difficult, so
Rovanized Kisa.
Kisa is-
Rovanized.
Kisa is easier for me to remember.
All right, thank you, Your Excellency.
So Gogo Kisa
Gogo Kisa ya Rovanized le
was a young woman in 1977.
kala kata bai amuka nyinye kibo samvu musamvu
With her husband, who was also a young man.
ako bonde nyinye ki sirganin bene do ki gari manin
They had 12 cows
lagi bondo tu kata mana ko eny
and some goats.
ako ware kalak
But their area was invaded by the Karamajongo rustlers.
dene ale ku kwasure
And the husband was killed,
cheba kach bonde di
and the 12 cows were taken,
chibuk to ka tugul ku manabri do tamana ko eny
and the goats were taken,
jesut mbaware
and Kisa remained with the 6 children
kungat Kisa bade Rovanized ako le go londo mugaga
with nothing.
ako yeun bade
and running you from the cattle rustlers.
Mi ko konginegei ulo kimite bunuk.
But when NRM came after a lot of efforts, the area was stabilized. The Karamojong were stopped from killing people. And even the people of Bukwo used to suffer from the Bokot from Kenya also. They were but I think for her, the main problem was the Karamojong. Now, because of the stability, and then the programs which we started bringing out to help first of all, Kisa benefited from the elders' allowance. That's more money which comes for the elders. She was saying this is the first help I got. Otherwise, I would have died long ago. Now, recently, she got a cow from PDM. And the cow has now produced another heifer. So that's why I had gone to see her yesterday. So when you are talking about NRM, please be systematic. That is the Kisa's cow. The calf. Now, we have not done much on sports yet. Because remember, the country was really down. All of you, those who are old enough know. The first thing was to bring peace. Then do the basics, immunization. That's how the population of Sebe has come up. Sabine were 20,000. When Chamonges was fighting for the district. I was there. 20,000. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the population of the Sabine is, I think, 500,000 or something like that. That we go beyond there, Your Excellency. Very good. So now, the basics. Peace. Some health, not all parts of health, but some, especially immunization. And then wealth creation. And UPE. Now, for sports and music and all those, you can't do sports in Somalia. When there is war, or in Syria, you go and do sports there. Or music.
go and hold a concert there.
Yeah, to manu ko kulata. Miyata ngalegut.
So the effort
So kamastanya ku choro ni.
has been mainly on the basics,
Kuchemida je shemala chikin to kukia batai kunyo.
including the roads,
Kumida ada roshogi,
electricity,
tarinagi.
which have fortunately moved.
Je go baya tai je kwa kasakwe.
There is now electricity from Jinja to Bukwo.
Mia tarinagi kujaga jinja okai kamastanya ba bukwo.
There is the road from Kampala to the border now.
Arosho kya jege Kampala paka boda Suomi nyeme nyoru ngaramo.
Now on the sports,
Amngale ka bare rosho kle.
what we are benefiting from are the indirect benefits of the success of the basics.
Jemi de aje nyoru la takala kiemu jama jaga se gonye dene sudu la takyoga je nyoru.
Because of this of the peace,
Kubaya tolosit nyo je bonde.
these cheptegei, even if they are not particularly selected by the government, but they get time to do some.
Bajep tagayad lang amle je kwaya kasme de kapsale dene nyoru para indo je kwaya ulyage.
Because they are not dead,
Amnye mno kubogi
killed by insecurity.
mna kubaga ngale ka tabanda do boriede.
They are not dead, killed by measles.
Mna kubogi mna baga sasaregi.
They are around.
Mide je bonde ke inde je kyo.
And even if there is no specific program yet,
Bayo mami tatwet nye je kasek banda ni.
the general situation helps them to somehow maneuver.
Ulo yunda ko retle so to akwet diretet nye muje ku kono kabalishit.
And because of that, because me I'm not a liar. You shall do this. No, sorry.
Ani ale mai ku ngotunya mwele machiaju sore. Machiaju kapsa. Denele I wait imot.
Even God who said, "Let there be earth," and there was earth.
Kalembo Mungu nyogo mwele siku kutokla mi okoret angu mi goret.
And let earth be separated. Let separate the water from the land.
Kala je chuyati goreti ago beko. Kalam kutoki ndinyo.
Even God took 6 days.
Kala ndebo Mungu la kusut pasho keita londa mugaga.
He didn't do it on one day.
Kala mna kuye bosha genge.
But me, I'm not God.
De mai kuya Mungu ya.
I have no capacity to say, let there be earth and this earth.
Ma
No.
bonda ka muga yeke muja maule sikutok chungutok pakenge.
Everything I do, I struggle.
Kila kito kulnya yela ishe swama.
And especially after our grandmother, the wife of Adam,
Misin kinye kuwo nget koko jese da badam.
when she made some problems,
Ye kuwo ke jaj kusut ngal jebo se munya.
God said, from now,
Lagu moji Mungu la ke jage bo shoni.
whatever you will eat will come from the sweat of your
Kila
brow.
kito kulle mayam kupunwe kaya tishet ndo kaya tet.
Me, I'm a sweater, I just sweat.
Nyane ale yetini ke ba yete ba te.
If you don't sweat, that's your business.
Kale mna yet yale.
Me, I sweat.
Kale ma yet yakwela yet yani.
So, because of that,
Am ya jo dale.
we have not yet really had capacity or time even to deal with the sports and the music and I don't know what.
Alam mo na jenyori ya baro indo do swamet nya ka janam gila kamas arero shogi tumonagi oktuku ke magargai.
But we were able to say from the beginning that if there are young people with talent,
Dana gisumje maule emile go ke mge do sarkana ke bo ndo ka kata yondet.
which is what Mama talked about,
Kije ka ngolole ya mama ya tayo.
let them be recruited in the security, in the armed forces.
Anje wendi ya lego tijo luket nye bo kaledi.
Automatically.
Nyemo nye cheweni bate. Nyemo mi ngal je jino me.
When they are there, we shall not, of course we could send them to Somalia to fight.
Kale ye mi awlo dale kamuja ne je kwermba Somalia so ogu kuiboriet dene mayunyo no. Danga ta kwek.
Cheptegei has not been to Somalia.
Cheptegei de ka nga cheptegei mna wa Somalia.
He's in the forces, but we keep him here.
Mia luget nya bagal dene mi to tike ba dayu.
Because we put him in the forces, not that because we wanted him to fight.
Priela ki jeiwe lugon di nyola singet ko bor ye tai dene ki je majala jeri bune ba da yoto.
But because we wanted to give him a base from where to develop his talent.
Ke bara jeiwe ndi atopta ga nyemu jago ner ka go to yondet nye bang maek nye gibondo.
In our simple poor way, we don't have a lot of money yet, but
amo arenyo nye kuskus nye maku panan don bo majabonde besan je jango ne goti.
if you are here, you get a small salary.
Ale mita ayo la nyoro mshahara da gagisi.
You are in the barracks.
Mita je barracks.
But you train.
As nge mita at koneti shit.
Others will go to Somalia and fight.
Mabalaga Somalia nyila net kebade nge kunymegu.
So in that simple way, I don't know how many of you are in the forces now.
Ata jemide ayonge bani kale bande ta ayonge.
You see the whole
crowd. Kaso yu kale lembe tokol.
Who has been in Somalia among you?
Kala ngonye ki wa Somalia yu. Je kwinyan ge priamba genge.
Has anybody of you been to Somalia?
Ale priamba genge.
Congo. You were just here running around.
Kala mnaba mbako, kala mnaba sombo ko Congo. Kya mito diga arwojini ge bade.
And you are paid. You are paid.
Nje libano kumshareti.
You are given a base where to be.
Chego noko toptage ulamite. Tanda saneta ga nyigi go noko toptanye taban.
Sit down.
Abur chege ngwan.
So then slowly, it's not because budget so many demands.
So motiale anga takwenga lek nyobata tweda pesa chang magatana.
We were able to get Mandela Stadium, this Nambore.
Kale JSM je nyori at Nambore Stadium. Anga takwenga mi Kampala.
Not easy at all because it was the Chinese. Chinese had wanted to build that.
Makinye kuskus kale kita kipiga China je ki majala jeta ki dinyo.
To build that stadium under Obote 1.
Kale ki bara kete amgasmedi da Obote nyoki batacha. Ndege dingo mere.
But because of the insecurity they couldn't.
Amngale ga tabanda la kutingale kapsa.
So when we came and brought peace, we contacted them.
Yeki wajes kotu yang ale ke baga letle che shem che chana ibuji diyo lagimi.
The stadium we wanted to build in the 60s, can you build it now? Say we can build it.
Tatwet nyo ke bara kwek che te nyo bari ro shok amganyi shokke ke bangaga. Muja te peshok ke bo sheji diju.
So they came and built it.
Kokwa angutekso.
And then Nachuvo, no, watch. Oh, okay. Then through Magezi Gabaganda.
Kusiria ngomnyenet nye babaganda ki.
Magezi Gabaganda is when you improvise.
Yoga tabogoti. Ishe tukuka lakse tukuka lak.
We have been able to do Nachivubo.
Kija shemyat chite piat na kivubo.
Working with the private sector.
Chijindo si ago luget nye ye shondo kwa.
Then now our people went and agreed with the AFCON.
Kakubichiga bikyongu jamjina ago AFCON.
And because of that, we must build a stadium in Hoima.
Kala tami ole lasma jete chi stadium aga Hoima.
And repair, build Akibua in Lira.
Che wendi eja Kibua ndo jete ja Kibua mkama sanye balango ndo Lira.
We didn't have the money.
Lagi majebanda ngodoro nung do besa nage.
Because the money we had, we said no. First deal with PDM.
Amye besa na kyo kujebonda ala jele chiki PDM do kunyorbi ko besa na PDM.
PDM, these poor people in the villages who have never handled 1 million.
PDM la majepi ko jebonon song ngokye mana nambo Rwanda da genge no million agenge.
We can't go on with this one, but with all these poor people.
Mamuje chi tuku juto kolgumi da panoni.
So I put my foot down because me I don't agree with this.
La jip ta garenge nyungun gap sanga mola jaste ngale chu ki ginlo che ba ginlo mi banoni.
By 2013
amuga nyin yegi ba elfu na ga nya kuma na satu do tamana tamak gishero go en ok tamana kusomogi.
The 2013
kanyit nyegi ba gishero go en ok tamana kusomogi.
68% of your people were outside the money economy.
Tamanogi klo oxysit ambakala genge jegi mi sangdap ngalega po magaryodit
68%.
Ngaga mnana amia iloga machanam gusabin.
They boycott money.
Kalebu ko kini obesana.
We don't want money.
Majaja besya.
You don't want money. How will you live?
Me maja besana. Ne bare mungishel nenu.
God is there.
Alende mi mungut ma mungishani.
Yeah.
Kala mi da bejito jo.
So that's why we had to launch Operation Wealth Creation.
Kubaulat kijego no yati ngalek cho jine de bi go kui besana.
To involve the army.
Kumite aga ndo shet nya basakariandit.
Come beg these people, please do something for yourself.
Baya go sombi go de me ka lech pa ikita ka nyege ka ling se mungiche su ngamwele mi mungut.
Here are free seedlings of coffee, of what? Free.
Ala ku yende yati.
Get
Tu ko je wuye.
Get out of poverty.
Chelingi angetje bananyadit.
It went on and on and
Tas
on.
tagay je queen mot.
But now, and it succeeded. Some people.
Matkitas tagay ambi ko jo gusum gunyor ngolodit.
Because I was in the Buko.
Like pa mi de buko.
There was the other man there. What is his name?
Like mi de leda ganye ko mi buko.
He had got
It
a
was
cow.
called Nicholas Kiplimo,
Uh-huh.
Your Excellency.
He had got a cow from Operation Wealth Creation.
Like nyor to teta OWC.
So by 2019,
Am ganyit nye ba elfu na ganya ko kumena mwenda.
61% of the people
Ngaga mwemu ammi agenge do ambokola genge.
had gone into the money economy.
Kije gishem la daga jiwut ulo mi de besan.
Only 39% were outside the money economy.
So samok sokol ndo asatu mwenda kije kita misang.
And it was working a bit well.
Angu dana kimigu beti ngale tijonye tabon.
But the one started complaining
Nget pika pukore ti kujaj ko ngunyis.
that the soldiers are favoring some people.
Kale ngete skare kle ko ka labi gala ki ko kwasta la kwebi. Kale chuchini ke tukukwa.
They are giving themselves.
Kale chuchini ke tukukwa.
So that's why we said, okay,
Alas kala nget ya ta mola haya majagas.
in that case,
Amuyo ale.
here is your money.
Okay, abe sana kwoge.
You do it yourself.
Inyi yang
That's how we brought PDM.
kubaulo do yindi nyole ki jonda PDM.
And it seems to be moving because they are able to do whatever they want.
Angu karakteno hapo ni nakijang amye shema bi ko kwingale kwaje majeng
So now on the sports, I'm very glad that
amyangale ga parero shoki ay ngarakat kapsagle.
when our young people started doing well,
Yegu ngetya le ko kyo kwingale nyetaboni.
using their talents, the ones who started the Kiprotich,
Jogi wo ki chacha ko porya ga ko to yondet nyegi ba mwege. Yumba ki brodi.
like the minister Cheptoris was saying.
Joga mwe mariondet Cheptoris mbagi psiro.
They told me that they reminded me
Kala go sowo.
because the Sabine man
Kala mye chinye sabingin le.
who had got a silver medal
Nyegi nyoru silver.
in 1970
Amge nyit nyegi ba samvu.
was a fellow called Koskei.
Kala mareda ga nyegi jegura la koskei.
I don't know whether anybody knows him even.
Kala mi jinye ngat koskei amiu. Kala mi Your Excellency they say he's in Kenya.
He's alive.
Yes, Your Excellency.
The one who was he a policeman or what?
See, when you sent me with the money to deliver to the family of one of our athletes who ran for Uganda, I met Koskei in Kenya during that function.
Minister la kwanyoru mariondet Koskei.
Excellency is at your service to be invited to meet you, sir.
Okay.
Kalami diari kwitiatle.
Now, that is the one who had got a silver medal
Kalanya anye kunyoru silver bade.
in 1970 or something.
Ganyi shoke kibasambu.
From that time, because of the chaos,
Kujagaya oto amgalega aptabanda.
only Akibua had managed to do something in 1972,
Kala kusiemi hata kibua kuigitaga mganyi nye kibasambu mbiri.
and no more.
Mataje nyoru kiye.
The football team was doing something once in a while.
Kusiemi marajaba mbiri la ndaka chigitaga.
The boxers here and there.
Marajaba ngumi tiela kusiemi mbejage.
But the Banyankole say,
Debiga bankole kuje mwegle.
you cannot be like a man whom they said the house is on fire,
Kala memuje itega jinye je mwegle migo togle.
and you say, prepare a bed for me to sleep.
Kala nga maugle migle aitewani kurinye garu chike. De goro manyale ko.
They are telling you the house is on fire,
Kala je mongle migo tukle.
and you say, prepare the bed for me to
Mide
sleep.
moyele aitewani kurinyo mgonge.
Sleep where?
Pare yendi ago gugonu. Ireduanu.
So because of the chaos, sports was no longer really.
Am kwanya tetle ngalega barero shokle kije kiki pot.
But when these young people started coming up,
Yo kuchachal karmanakyo atsirganakyo kutoge.
then this issue came up.
As kuchachang ngalega barero shok.
Some of us who because I'm a sportsman myself, I was a footballer.
Kale legoju alakle kala ningitle kya gu kari manin ye gibo na nyaba biret.
So I told these people, I said, you know,
Kala ngoji bujiti langatle.
these people of ours who are born in the mountain,
Kala buju kineru ne lagamulin.
in the high areas,
Atabutok ye batarat.
they have a natural capacity which we should promote.
Kala bondo kitaga nye kinarta nye maja kala jitoror.
Because here on high altitude, your lungs are more economical. They can use less oxygen.
Kala ibi yale muja kwishe yo men nye jimu nyorit nye kisi.
And so training in high altitude is very good.
Pigo jo ne dega atabutok ye batarat le nye tabon kapsa.
Because oxygen here is less than in the lowlands.
Amnye yo men nye jimu nye kinye kis kinye wo. Ko get kama swagi ke basoi.
If your lungs are used to using little oxygen,
Kale ishe kwa yo men nye kisi chile.
they are more efficient.
Matku kwishe swama.
So that's why this idea came up. This a school would train our own people,
Balog jamau kule ekatabagot kanget sugulu ango net le kokwa.
but it can also attract others.
Dene mucho ko chutin balak ke basang.
And although we had many demands,
Ngane kala jebonda makatan ke chang.
I had no problem supporting this one because this one
Na
is,
nyoru kasota yonye kichuyadi wangatune bale maja dorori biu.
because this one is unique.
Amnyela chuyad nyigapsa.
It is special. It's not we have got so many things to do.
Kala chuyad jebonda ngale ke chang ke majala chi.
More seed schools, more this, more
Wanda
that.
sugulu na kala ke chang ke majala jeteji.
But really, this one is unique.
Dene nyithinyi ale majaje yu swamet kapsa.
We can't fail to support it
Mamuja go chisute amachegi.
because it takes advantage of our natural advantage of having a high altitude. Parts of Uganda being high altitude.
Amnye atle chiboli biga alake mite kama sanye basoi jebonda jela tukyo bo chi nyoba topta nyowo do nyomite tarat.
And being populated by indigenous people from there.
Angu yechle bigo je chang je pone idiu bade.
If you know there's a country called Nepal.
Kale angat koreta kanye basang gura Nepal.
Nepal is near the Everest, the highest
Nepal
mountain.
le mie topta kanye balakam nyanye ba Everest legitege.
The highest mountain on earth.
Kale lagamen nye koi gamsa amgore tokol gumugul.
Everest is 29,000 feet.
Kale bundoy elefunok abirim menda kijage nguny futinak.
This Elegon here is 14,000.
Kale elgo nyile elefunok kumana nyabade.
So you can imagine
agarestoje agashinde
something higher than Aragon
kitaga nye koi ko ketje elgon de goroman ngalek yo
15,000 feet.
ketje am 1015 do gishero tamanok mut.
But for mountaineers who go to Everest, they are always guided by the Nepalese. Nepalese are, for them it's like normal life.
Dene je la kamisak do bi ko jobedi atobutok ye batarati kuje nyo chije patya bi ko je bagamas tinyo.
And they used to be recruited by the British for their army.
Kala bichi to jog bapar yele ki sile bi ko je bo Britain.
They had a special regiment called the Gulkas.
Lagi bondo itaide daga nyegi je bere Gulka.
Now, if you go to the Renzori, the mountaineering,
yege o kamastanye barbenzori.
Our Bakonjo people are the ones who who show the people how to move.
Pija noga cheje bere Bakonjo kichota je ne de bi ko kulan lagamet.
So this is really very, very special, and we should. I had no problem privatizing this one.
Ala ibi ala chiat kapsa. Praivendi tarot amta twet nyabo naratet.
So I'm glad we have built it now.
Ay ko ngaraga chala go chete.
The track is good.
Adoptanye bareret la tabone.
But the accommodation needs to be improved.
Dene adoptanye bo Rwanda kinye majegle tajis kewe swamendo jitoror.
The buildings are strong.
Tabone chula bogorige.
But the inside there, I have guided those people there.
Then oritle ka shamar walk ke bija jogusade kala sanget kusutwai wega deta ganya kai.
Me I guided on the accommodation.
Kala ka tiria bitu jo am gamastanya Rwanda.
When we go to the kitchen, I am quite illiterate.
Kale ega waya gamasta ulo jio shele majmana asman ulo gapsa.
So Mama took over and was commanding.
Kala go waya mama ya de kuje ko batata la chie bi la chiela. I saw you.
I couldn't know where to put the stones and all that. So therefore, this is really a gold mine.
So
and I'm glad we have done it. Now, regarding the hotels, we shall invite the private sector. They are the ones to build the hotels. For us, we have built the hostel, and I would want them to increase the numbers because they were talking of 24. At the time, why only 24? So therefore, I'm very happy to be here to open the school. Regarding the other issues of Cheptegei and his allowances and all that, I was not able to follow what the problem is. Because in my small, simple way of supporting our people, many years ago, I directed that whenever somebody gets a medal, for gold and silver and bronze, from remember the figures. But they know. So if there is anybody who was, I think some people are stealing that money.
Your Excellency, the figures were 5 million for gold, 3 million for silver, then 1 million for bronze.
Thank you.
That was when we were very poor. the country that was very poor at that time. I think now we can improve those figures. But why were they not getting even that something small? We shall find out. I think some people are stealing that money. You know, we have arrested some people in that state house. You must have been hearing. You have been arrested. But that is a simple matter. Thank you very much for telling me. We shall sort it out. Now, for the bishop, the pickup. The pickup is simple. I don't know why that should be a problem.
Baba Bishop, pick up land.
I have got a new PPS. Where is the PPS? The PPS. Come, Gloria, come and talk to my people about the pickup and the Cheptegei stories and all that. Now for the calling on the women, I don't have time. It will disorganize me. So I send them 20 million shillings. Nane, Katej, give the bishop 20 million to send to my daughters who are who are doing mothers union. So the main point I am here, apart from the school, is the wealth creation. But I will talk about that down there where we are going. And then tomorrow, the hub, the skilling hub. What we want is all the families to get out of poverty. Mukondiorit.
Makoryondit, Your Excellency.
Makoryondit.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
This is really what we should do. Makoryondit with the chibaro.
Makoryondit agogo itishet.
Itishe.
Makoryondit nyeboko itishet. Pole ni mwendo baba.
So, congratulations to the sports people.
Your Excellency, Joshua Cheptegei says he forgot something that he wanted to remind you.
Very good.
Your Excellency, as I brought to your attention that we will be having the greatest athlete of all time from Kenya. The most breathing thing now is that we have the Christmas run, which attracts 20,000 people. But the budget is 500 million. It is just this Saturday, the 14th. The 14th on Saturday. But we have 150 million.
It will be here.
It will be in Captura Town, Your Excellency. It will be the 7th edition.
And you need 30 million.
I need 350 million, Your Excellency.
350 million?
Yes, yes.
Okay, they will work. Let them remind me, we shall work on it tonight.
Thank you, thank you. Thanks so much.
Asante.
Congratulations, everybody.
Kaitabon. Agatakishe mission. Manget ya sole, sanget ya tum da piemet kagowan bondit. Tum do anthems, please, anthems. In the reverse order.
Anthems in the reverse order. Hello, can we now officially sing in our, using our mouths, because I'm told the machine has jammed. Mungu mbiashirike Jumuiya Afrika Mashariki, tuwezeshe kuishi kwa amani, tutimize na malengo yetu. Jumuiya yetu sote tuilinde, tuwajibike, tuimarishe. Umoja wetu ni nguzo yetu, idumu jumuiya yetu. O Uganda, may God uphold thee. We lay our future in thy hand, united, free, for liberty, together we always stand. Your Excellency and Mama, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for commissioning Teryet. Can we clap for the President and the First Lady for coming to commission? Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Thank you. Thank you. So much. Thank you. Please, there's lunch here organized by Mama for us. So don't leave before we have lunch. Thank you so much. Thank you.